Alright guys, welcome to the credit game. You know what I come to you every single day. It's about giving me a thumbs up, sharing this with somebody that you love, because guess what? The more people we can share with, you are going to get me closer to my mission, my goals, which is to change the national credit average, but also help you and many, many millions of families across the world understand how to live a better life financially by understanding the credit game. So let me give you a little history real quick. This was all created based on my mistakes. The credit game itself was basically because I screwed up early in my life, like most people did with their credit cards, and then decided, hey, it's time to fix it. And how do I fix it? I need to figure out a way of creating something that becomes almost friendly, right? So why do we call it the credit game? We call it the credit game because it's a game. And when you learn how to play a game, you get better at it. The more you play it, the better you get. Now, let me start by saying, try to play your son or your daughter in Fortnite and watch how you get your tail swamped all over the place. You are going to get hammered. Why? Because they play it every single day. Now, in order to be good at something, you have to play it more. It's like chess, right? You play a couple games at the beginning, you hate it because you suck, right? The better you get good at it, all at once, boom. It's awesome. Now I'm beating people. It's the same thing with credit. So I'm going to do a little diagram. Normally I do my videos face-to-face with you guys, but I'm going to do a little diagram to show you how important credit is and some of the elements that you need to know so you don't screw up your credit. Credit takes so long to build. Guys, back in 2014, I had a 505 credit score. Today I have an 827. Okay? In order how to do that, I created a credit game for me. I didn't create it for you guys. I created it for me to go, what do I need to do to fix my credit? How do I get better at it? And how do I make it fun? And what are some of the things I need to teach people? So watch this. If we want to get better at credit, we have to understand a few things really quickly. And the first thing you have to understand is this is the game. Okay? Here is credit. Game. Oh. Now you got your credit game, right? But check this out. Did you guys know that 33%, watch how big this is right here. 33% is your payment history. So your first tip is to make sure you call your credit card companies and tell them that you want it to be auto-deduct out of your credit. So basically, I got credit cards, okay? If I don't want to miss a payment, if I'm in an 827 credit score, if I miss one payment, 35%, excuse me, 35% of that score decreases. 35% if I miss a payment. So I am talking about, I don't know, what's that, so it's about 275 points. I could literally drop my score from 827 down to the low 600s by one missed payment. Now I just worked my ass off to get my credit in good shape, and now I just lost 275 points because I was irresponsible and got a 31-day late payment. Okay? Put your credit cards on auto. Call the credit card company, say I want to make my minimum payment and I want it to come out of my checking account or savings account on this date. Now, this date that we're talking about, you have to find out your closing statement date before you find out that date. It's not the due date. This is a big misconception, guys. Listen, you want to set up your credit card payments before the statement date, not the due date. So ask your credit card company, what is my closing statement date? Each card has a different closing statement date. When you find out your closing statement date, set your payments up 2 days before that date. Any extra payments that you make before that date are also credited as principal only and not interest. And also will increase your credit score. But make sure you set your payments up. I'm telling you, if you look at any of the successful people that have 800 credit score, they all have their card set up on auto deduct. Okay? I know you guys don't like it, but I'm going to tell you something. If you want to have a high credit score, it's not that you have to have the $1 million in the bank. It's not that you make all your payments on time. It's because you didn't understand the credit game. I'm telling you this. This is the trick. Set your payments up where they come out automatically. That way you forget about it. And then make sure that your savings account will, because if for whatever reason your money's not in your checking and they go to pull it, and it declines the payment for your credit card payment, then you're going to miss the payment there too. So make sure you set up your savings to where if it does decline insufficient funds on your checking, that it pulls from the savings. Okay, very, very simple trick, but I'm telling you, this right here is a game changer. This is what got me so high on my credit. The other thing is your 35%. What do you think the other 30% is? Utilization, 30%. So if I'm in an 827 credit score right now, that's 250 points. That's 250 points that my score could go down just by maxing out my credit cards. So I get that right now in times we have to use our credit card. So what could we do in the meantime? What could we do? Well, we could add an authorized user with a high credit limit. Okay? We could start with the lowest credit limit and start paying that off. It's called the snowball effect. If you got 3 or 4 credit cards, you want to pay the lowest credit limit card off first. That way you get momentum and then move up to the next one. Okay? 250 points you can lose just by maxing out your credit cards. These are the 2 factors that you want to look at right here. Making sure your payment history is perfect. Never miss a payment, I'm telling you, because if the bank does not forgive you, they don't want to give you a hardship, they don't want to give you a forbearance, guess what? You are stuck with that late payment for the next 7 years and your shit's going to be messed up. Number 2 is you do not want your utilization to be high. What is the magic number for utilization, guys? 2%. If you can keep your utilization at 2%, okay, I'm going to give you a couple factors right here. Look at your Credit Karma, even though I'm not a huge component. I'm not a proponent of Credit Karma, but let me tell you something. If you want to look at factors, what you want is you want 15 plus accounts. Okay, 15 plus accounts. You want 1 to 2 inquiries at most. You want your utilization to be at 2%. You want to be 7 to 8 years of age. Okay? And you want 0 missed payments. Okay? So if you're looking at Credit Karma, again, it makes it real simple. It's called factors, and you just go through, and you'll see which ones are red, orange. I think it's red and orange, or red, yellow, and green. Okay? You want to work on the red ones. Start working on the red ones and go, okay, I need to lower my utilization. That's where I'm red. Looks like I got enough accounts. Looks like my payment history is good, but I'm using so much of my cards. So what do I do here? I want to add an authorized user with high credit limit. Okay, that's how you fix that right there. Or you start paying down the lowest credit limit card first so you can start to build some momentum. So say you got a credit card with 250 credit limit, one with 1,000 credit limit, one with a 5,000 credit limit. You're going to start with the 250 credit limit first. Get that paid off. Okay, get it down to 2% and then move up to the next highest credit. Then go to the 1,000 credit limit. Okay, I got 800 bucks on that. I need to get that down to 2%. The magic number is 2%. In fact, everybody that has over an 800 credit score has these categories right here. They have no missed payments, 7 to 8 years of age, 2% utilization, 1 to 2 inquiries, and 15 plus accounts. If you can get that right there on your credit report, you'll have an 800 credit score. Now, what can you do with an 800 credit score? Well, you can pretty much get any car you want. You can pretty much get best interest rates on any credit cards, houses, cars. You can get loans. You can get the PPP. You get the best of the best. Okay, this is prime. It's called A1 credit. Okay. Now, there are other factors like our age. Okay, that's 15%. And then there's also a factor that you want to do, which is your mixed utilization. So like your revolving versus your installment accounts, right? So you want to mix between credit card payments and house and loan, right? So remember that revolving credit cards is usually a revolving account, is a credit card, okay? If you're talking about installments, you're talking about a payment that doesn't change. A house payment, a car payment, a loan payment. Those are installments. You want a mixture of both on your credit. If you have, right now, let's say you have a mortgage payment and car payment, but you have no open revolving, which would be credit cards, then you need credit cards. Let's say you got 5 or 6 credit cards, but you don't have a car payment or a house payment, then you're going to want to get the installment or a loan payment. That would be installment payment. That means the same payment every single month. It doesn't revolve, where a credit card changes payments depending on how much you use it. Okay? So that's what we want to focus on. But our biggest focus is right here. Okay? That's 65% of your credit is your payment history. Set it up on auto deduct and get your utilization down to 2% by either adding high trade line credit limits, add authorized user high credit limits, okay, so you can start lowering that down, okay, or start with your lowest credit limit and get it down to 2% and then work your way up to the next credit limit card you have and then get that down to 2% and then work that momentum, okay? These are just some tricks right here of people that have over an 800 credit score. I've surveyed hundreds of people and this is the trick right here, guys. I'm telling you right here. 0 missed payments, 7 to 8 years of age, average age, 2% utilization, 1 to 2 increase in 15 plus accounts. Guys, if you need help with any of this, this is what I do for a living. I've been teaching this exact thing for over 10 years, okay? Give me a call, 904-420-7772. 904-420-7772. I can help you with any of this part right here. This is so simple. Again, I play it every day. I learned it, I play it, I'm in the game, I understand the game. That's why I created the credit game. Guys, like, subscribe, and make sure you turn on your bell notification. Like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, share this with a family member, right? This right here could change somebody's life. This video right here is game changer, right? Guys, if you need help, this is what we do. 904-420-7772. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for watching YouTube and staying on the credit game. Every day, Monday through Friday, we do a video to help you out in different things so that way you can get better at playing your game. Your game is custom. And this is what you're looking for right here. The two biggest factors, 35% and 30%. You get a hold of those right there, your score is going through the roof. Okay, let us help you. 904-420-7772. Watch this video many times you need to. Thank you again. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the credit game.